So good morning everybody, and a very warm welcome to the Piaggio MP3 Explorer channel. And my name's Susanna and I'm your MP3 Explorer. Oh, switch that off. No self-cancelling indicators on this bike. So today we're off for a short bimble, and we're on our way to somewhere where I haven't been for a very, very long time. And it's just kind of been a long time since I've been there. And I'm using the Kurviger app today to take me to Frimley Lodge Park. Now, I sort of had it on loan in terms of a trial period for a little while. And we'll see where it will end up. Okay, well, this is going to be interesting. Now, I've put it to avoid unpaved roads and stuff like this. Who knows where we're going? So it wants me to follow that Peugeot. Now, I've done walks along here, but I've never actually been up here in any form of bike. So we'll see where we end up. Well, this is definitely, like I said, I've done walks along here. I've walked along here a lot, but never taken a scooter. Now, as you come around this corner, there's going to be a beautiful church. It's a bit of a shame that this Peugeot's spoiling the view. That looks like it's getting out of the way now. Got to be careful around these corners. You're about to see a gorgeous church on the right here. Absolutely stunning. The setting is absolutely beautiful. Okay, now, I've always wondered what was up here when I've done the walk, and I guess I'm about to find out. I was half expecting that it's going to take us towards the A31. I put fast and curvy, but I guess this is the curvy part of it. Wow, look at the scenery. Right on my doorstep as well. This is nice, very nice. Well, this is a good way to explore things, isn't it? What a beautiful day. So maybe I should tell you, it's bank holiday weekend, which I wasn't actually aware of, because I actually thought bank holiday weekend was next weekend, but as it turns out, it's this weekend, which is great for me, because I've had this week off. So I get an extra day. Now, I did do a little curve and go route, which I didn't actually film. I wish I did film it, and it got well sketchy in places. and I realised that maybe I hadn't set the settings properly for the avoidances and the curvatures and stuff like that, which is what I've done today. So I've gone for the fast and curvy option, and like I said, I think this is probably the curviest part of the route. I'm not in any real hurry as such, and especially when you don't, I mean, like I said, when you're testing out a new sat nav, there is an element of a leap of faith, and that's what this is at the moment, because I have no idea. I mean, obviously it's a straight road. If I got nervous or anything, you just go straight back, but I really wasn't expecting to come down this way. Okie dokie. For a minute there I thought that was it. But I should have looked at the sat nav a bit more closely. Oh, it's a bit of a steep. I can safely say I've never been down here before. And it might come to a point where you have that, you know, that sometimes you get that eureka moment where you kind of like go along a road that you're not familiar with, and then all of a sudden it kind of dawns on you where you are. That's kind of where I'm at with this. So we've now clicked over to 6,101 miles, and so this week my little one had a bit of a milestone. Well, it didn't have a bit, it had a milestone moment. We changed the belt as part of its 6,000 mile service between me and my brother. Just see if we can have a good view of the road before I make any decision to overtake. Yeah, so as part of the 6,000 mile service, changed the belt and the rollers, and I have to say, judging by what came out, it was pretty much due. The belt at first glance didn't look too bad, but then my brother started spotting issues with it, and then when he showed it to me, it's like, oh yeah, definitely needs doing now, it's a good time to change it. There was cracks starting to appear in it, and you can start to see the I think it's the metal underneath, or whatever it is underneath the teeth, where it's been worn away. So basically that needed to be changed, and it took a lot longer than we expected, but then again, we're not experts at it. We got some information, well, I got phoned up for some information about the torque settings to do it, so we've managed to set it to the correct torques and everything, so all should be good. And the thing is, when I was riding it just prior to changing it, you can hear some sort of rattling or squeaking along the back there, and it sounds like it might have been the rollers. We changed the rollers, the sliders, I think actually it was the sliders. Let's just keep an eye on what's going on here. Wow, geez Louise, I've never been down here before, and this is absolutely beautiful. Oh, thanks Kurviger. So yeah, so it's now had 6,000 miles, and we could take it to a garage to get it done, The problem is that this belt needs to be changed every 6,000 miles, which isn't a huge amount. And so I'm going to end up having to do it, otherwise it's going to cost me a fortune to keep going to the garage to get them to do it. So we did it. It's not a job I enjoy doing, but it's the first time for me. My brother's done it on his own scooter, I think, but obviously his scooter is different to mine, so it's kind of, it's slightly different, although it's very similar. So it's just kind of go cautiously and carefully, and we got it done. It's just running sweet at the moment. There's no rattling or anything. Touch wood. So she's had an oil change at 5, which is what the recommendation was. And then the belt was supposed to be changed at 6, which it has been. This is a really nice road. I mean, you can go 60. Not that I'm doing 60. Oh. I wonder. Now, I've done the villages, and I'm wondering if this is going to come out of one of the junctions that I'm not familiar with. We're going to find out now, I guess. Okay. This is almost like Formula 1 when somebody pulls out in front of you at the pits and you kind of lost your position. Here. Unsuitable. Okay, no, I still don't know where I am. So it's unsuitable for big vehicles. Well, luckily I'm not big. Still, got to keep our wits about us in case anyone comes barreling down here. Okay, there's a lot of crap here in the middle of the road. And this is supposed to be a local ride as well. This isn't like, oh my God, like we're in Devon, the roads in Devon are amazing and stuff, which they are. I'm sure they are, I've seen enough of them, even though I haven't ridden them. But it just goes to show you on my own doorstep, I'm having a lot of fun with this. This is certainly not the way that I was sort of expecting to come. I'm a bit cautious about all this gravel in the middle of the road. Right, up we go. I still have no idea where I'm going. I'm still having my faith put into Kurviger. And I hope the audio's recording as well. Wow, look at this. I just love scenery like this. And this is the thing, I keep saying it time and time again. Just can't see anything around these corners. It's like, I keep saying this, it's like when you live in London, you've got to get out of London first. I'm so lucky. It's like, I live in Alton and I live in a nice part of the world in Hampshire. And it doesn't take you very long to start getting scenery like this. I mean, I literally left my front door and it's virtually there on my front door. You're already starting to get into this amazing scenery. Right. This is absolutely brilliant. Like I said, I have absolutely no idea where I'm going, mind you. Oh God. See what I mean? You kind of get these corners wrong and I think slow and steady is the name of the game. Apparently you could do 60 down here. Comments down below if you think that we can do 60 down here, or would you like to do 60 down here? Maybe if the road was closed off and you're doing a rally stage or something, maybe. Right, so we're in Well, okay. So turn right. Oh, I think I'm supposed to, I've come down this way. I think I'm supposed to have turned, I was supposed to have turned right there, I think. I'm not sure. No, I don't think that's right. I think I've done it right. Now, as you can probably see from that junction, how unwieldy I still find this scooter. I still have trouble with the weight on it. And this is the 300 version, not the 5. I'm sure I've been down this part of the road because I sort of recognise the junction, but I don't remember. I think this is the road I came down that I didn't recall that Kurviger took me down last time, I think. Anyway, it's a bright sunny day. I'm really enjoying it. Oh. Luckily I met that vehicle at sort of the right place. Wow. So, I don't think I've even mentioned where we're going, really. Right, so let's just sort of, it's just I keep just sort of getting distracted by the scenery. The scenery's just amazing. And the other fact is I'm not sure where I'm going, so I want to make sure that okay, some random person in the road with a football, okay. It doesn't look like there's any football fields around here, but anyway. So we're going to, see what I mean? I just get so sidetracked. So we're going to Frimley Lodge Park. Well, oh God, didn't expect that. Well, I hope so. That's what I've put in the sat nav. So I'm hoping that that's where we're going. I'm thoroughly enjoying the journey. So we're going to Frimley Lodge Park, and it's a beautiful park, and it's not very far from where I live. Although, like I said, Kurviger's making it seem like it's a lot longer than what it is. If I went straight down the A31, it would be a fair amount quicker, but we're not. But I don't mind. I'm not in any hurry today, and this is taking me to places where, that's the great thing about Kurviger. It's just taking me to these places where I've never really been to before, or roads that I've never been down before. And like I said, this is all on my doorstep. And it says it still reckons it's going to take about half an hour to get there. But then again, that's because we're not going very fast. It'll be interesting to see. I didn't actually see what time I left. But I'm hopefully still recording this. So I did set the video to start from when I actually left the flat. So if I find it and I remember it, I'll stick it in the comments. So I'll stick it underneath in the captions what time I actually left. Sometimes people think you have to go miles and miles to get beautiful scenery. Lucky for me, it's on my doorstep. The only problem with these kind of roads, especially when they get tight like this, is whether or not there's vehicles coming in the opposite direction that you can't see or you're not aware of. And I like to think I'm riding quite carefully and sensibly, but you can't legislate for anyone else. Oh, gravel. I'm also trying to get used to the settings on this Kurviger app, and so far, I mean, it's not perfect. That was a fortunate place to meet these cars. Let's just hope that there's no more coming around this bend. What I'm going to do is, on the way back, I won't film it. I'm only going to film this outbound journey. Hopefully it's all recording well. And because on the way back, I'm just going to put on it fastest and see which way it takes me back, to see if it takes me back the way that I was expecting. He wants me to go along here. Crondall. I know well, and I know Crondall, I've heard of them from my old bus driving days, but in terms of where I end up, I'm not exactly sure. Right, so Crondall Lane, Doors Green, I definitely recognise the names, but from which direction and everything, I don't know. Either way, this is a blinding route. Oh God. Jesus. Turn right. Okay. I wasn't expecting that to be like that. Turn left here. Okay. And where are we going now? I'm just following this. I have no idea. At some point, like I said earlier, you know, you'll probably get like a eureka moment. And kind of go, oh, I know where I am. But I sure don't. I sort of recognise the names. God, it's busy along here. Is there some sort of... I don't know what's going on. For a sort of supposedly quiet lane, there's a lot of vehicles. Unless there's sort of something happening. Okay. Definitely hard on the brakes around here. Maybe there's just a lot of people who are just like me, trying to enjoy the scenery and enjoy the sunshine. Right, here we go. In 1 mile, turn right. Just look at these roads. You just can't help on a beautiful day like this. What a day to be out. Wow, this is so pretty. I just love looking at I never tire of seeing views like this. Well, I have to say to Kurviger, well done so far. And the other thing is this is Dora's Green. Again, it sounds familiar, these names, but in context to where I am, I just feel like at some point it's just it's gonna have this kind of eureka moment. Okay. So turn right. And turn right. Sometimes with these roads though, you can't really sort of... Oh, Gordon Bennett. Beacon Hill Road. Right, I'm going to sort of go slowly. Yeah, I don't want to be whacked in the head with that. I think I know where I am. And if this is where I think I'm going to be, this is going to be a nightmare to get out of here. Yep, I know exactly where I am. This is going to be an absolute nightmare getting out of here. Right, we're going to have to just go for it at some point. Just waiting for a bit of a break. But this is a busy road, this is. Right, we're going to go. Yes, we're good. Oh, God. I know where I am now. So I've now had that eureka moment as soon as I got to that junction. Well, that was nice. So going down here, right, this gives me a bit more confidence that we are going to Frimley Lodge Park. I mean, this has been a real roundabout sort of way to get here, but I've thoroughly enjoyed it so far. So this must be the fast bit. Well, either way, I'll definitely record the route. And that's a nice thing about Kurviger, you can record your route. So if you really enjoyed it, I mean, like I said, obviously I haven't finished the route, but so far I thoroughly enjoyed it. I think the weather has a lot to do with it, because once you sort of, if you were to try come this way and it took you this way and the weather's a bit sort of worse, whether it be cloudy or raining, I think I'd feel a bit more anxious and more nervous about it. So coming into Church Crookham. Okay, I wonder if it might take me down towards Tweezledown. So here's Church Crookham. What an amazing ride so far, I've thoroughly enjoyed it. Like I said, when I go home it will be the quick route, just to sort of see with Kurviger whether or not it won't take me back the route that I was expecting to go. And it looks like it's going to take me down to Tweezledown, which is a lovely road as well. Yep. I used to do bus driving down here many years ago. I used to come down here a lot. So that's why I sort of know it. All this stuff on the right with Aldi's and stuff like that, that was never here before. Yeah, once we go via Tweezledown, you're going to enjoy Tweezledown. I love Tweezledown. I don't know whether there's any racing today. There's a race course there, horse racing. So we'll see if there is anything there today. Yep, it sure will. That Focus made a bit of a mess, didn't it? It sort of made a last minute decision to do that. Take the opportunity. This is absolutely beautiful through here. Yep, got horse racing. We good? Thank you very much. Wow, such a beautiful day. Green countryside, and it looks like everyone's enjoying themselves, including me. These little zigzags along here, you have to be so careful with these because they're deceptively sharp. And here we go, we're still going. This is absolutely gorgeous. I love coming down here. I remember the first time I came down here, since I drove the buses. I used to use this as a dead running route on the buses, and for those of you not familiar with that term, it's like on the buses, it's like when you go from, say, the depot to your start point with no passengers, and you just you're not carrying anybody. So this is kind of what this is. It's kind of like when I used to use this as a dead running route, and then when I first did this Tweezledown bit, like I said, I think it was about a month ago or 2 months ago was the first time I did it since I took the buses down here all them decades ago. Well, probably 2 decades ago maybe. It's just like, honestly, I was just like blown away because I've forgotten just how great this road was. So we're sort of heading towards infinity, and in fact what I could do is, you know, next time I go to Infinity Motorcycles, you know, I think I did a video where I came back via the 331. I think I showed that video, and if I did and you've seen it, then you can see, you know, you drive down a normal dual carriageway or whatever, it's just so boring, and this has just been so interesting. So we've definitely got, I think you can check I put on the avoidances. No, on the curvature I put fast and curvy. So we've definitely ticked those two boxes. Okay, so I don't know where this is going to end up taking me, but it may end up taking me past Infinity in Farnborough, not the Camberley one. Okay, yep, we can do that. Oh, yes. And it looks like, by what it's saying on the map, it says 1.7 miles, and it's got a picture of the roundabout with a right hand turn. So it looks like we will be going past Infinity Motorcycles. So if you haven't been there before, or I haven't shown it to you, you're going to get an opportunity to have a look. Now, the last time me and my brother came down here, I think, we inadvertently got stuck a little bit. Well, not stuck, but we got diverted down this road on the left because they were doing some roadworks along here. Oh, we can do 60 now. Indeedy. Exit 3 it is. What a ride. I've thoroughly enjoyed it so far. Even this bit, because sometimes you kind of like to break up the fast and the curvy bit, throw in a nice little straight section just to get you going. Yeah, we're definitely heading towards Infinity. A3011 it is. So just about squeezed through those lights. Oh. Something just dropped inside my helmet. That's not good. And when I say dropped, it felt like it was like some sort of bug. Bloody hope a bug hasn't got inside my helmet. I mean, I have got the visor down, but it's slightly cracked open. Yeah, so we're going to go past Infinity Motorcycles. There's a load of motorcycle shops along here. On the left hand side, on this row of shops. Call this area North Camp. So you've got the Kawasaki and Infinity, and I think there's another one. But you can probably tell now, you can see all the motorcycles parked up. We're going to carry on though. Don't think I've got any need to go to Infinity or Kawasaki today. So apparently we're 7 minutes away. Now if I go direct on the 331, I'll probably go the direct way home, just to see what it says. So apparently we've got about 6 minutes to run. And I do know Frimley Lodge Park. I sort of know where I am. Right, exit 3. This is the bit where I'm a bit more sketchy about. I sort of know roughly where it is, but not exactly. Towards Ash Vale by the looks of things. Now if I was to go on the train from Alton to get to Ash Vale, it's only about, I think it's about 3 stops. Let me just, right, here we are. Okay, the final stretch. What a cracking ride. Okie dokie. Can't quite see the destination on the screen yet. Okay. Frimley Road. Yeah, I know this bit. I came down, yeah, I sort of have vague memories coming down this road. Well. So I guess this is probably like the less interesting part of the route. I can see my destination now. Okie dokie. What's the fuel saying round here? 159.9 or 184.5. Oh right, there's a Basingstoke Canal Visitor Centre. But you can actually probably walk that anywhere along the canal, along the towpath, I should imagine. Oh God. So let's hope it's taking me exactly where I want to go. Nothing to see here. Okay. Yeah, it does look familiar, if I'm being honest, but I'm not 100% convinced. Turn left here. Let's see what crap. What? Okay. I put Frimley Lodge Park, but I'm not overly convinced. Well, we're going to find out. Arriving at destination. I think I'm on. Right. I'm on the wrong side of the railway line. I think I should have gone via the. Well, because this looks like we're on the cul-de-sac. We're on the wrong side of the railway line. If I just sort of turn it around, hopefully you'll see what I'm talking about. There's my destination there. So if I just retrace my steps, we'll be fine. Yeah, it definitely got me wrong. Don't know why it just didn't take me. Let's just have a quick sort of look-see. We'll go back towards the base, Stoking out Visitor Centre. I know I've been there before, I'm just not quite sure why I need to get over the railway bridge. Don't worry, it's fine. I guess it's all part of the fun. Yeah, I think it's at that roundabout I get over. That's where I should have followed the brown sign. Now the good thing is, although it doesn't know where I'm going, it's still tracking my speed. Now I did put Frimley Lodge Park. I mean, it's got me in this general area, so I mean, I'm not overly fussed. And I think this is where I should have gone to begin with. You see, this is where I'm thinking, in there. And what I'll do is, I think Kurviger will probably save it anyway. But I think we're going to turn right and then turn left, and that will be where we go. So this is what I should have done to begin with. So we have a slight detour. And here we are. This is exactly where I want it to be. So we nearly got it right. Between 8:30 and 5 it's open, the barrier. And I'm going to put it, I think I'm going to put this over here, to be honest. Right in the corner, out the way. 6120, okay. Now, let me see. Oh, so thank you so much for joining. And I might do a little bit more recording whilst I'm here as well. So hopefully you've enjoyed that and we're still recording. And it looks like we're still recording, so that's cool. So thank you for joining me. So until the next video, it's bye from me.